Stepping into Ramon Avena's office in Sampaloc, Manila is like taking a step back in time. Ramon owns one of the last remaining typewriter shops in the country. For more than 7 decades, V. Avena and Sons has been a pioneer in this business. A business that, with the continued advancement of technology, may soon die. Ramon inherited the business from his father, Vicente. At an early age, he learned from him the value of hard work.
Ngayon kami pinalaki ng magulang namin, hindi para umasa sa mga katulong, kundi para sarili namin tumulong sa kanila nang matutong paano gumawa at magtrabaho sa bahay, tungkol sa bahay.
Vicente was a renowned athlete during his prime who competed at the prestigious Far Eastern Olympics in the 1920s. But despite his father's success in sports, Ramon notes that his father remained humble with his achievements. Only his medals and pictures from his heyday speak of his time as an Olympian.
Ang papang ko tahimik, hindi siya nagsasalta tungkol dyan. Kundi nakikita ko yung mga panahon na yon na bumibisita yung mga kaibigan niya. Kapwa Olimpiada. Yung dating senador.
His father, ever the athlete, was as stern to his children as he was in his physical regimen.
Ang father ko, stricto. Pero dahil sa ka-strictohan nila, natuto kami naman dyan. Kami ang nakinabang ngayon. Strict in the right sense. Na napapagsabihan, napapangaralan ka. Katulad yan kung gusto maglaro kahit na marumihan ka, talagang bibigyan pagkakataon na umundusay sa harapan ng mga tao. Gusto maglaro sana, di naroon ka. Ang pangaral lang naman sa nakikita mo sa kanya yung tinatawag na word of honor. Yung tinatawag na meron kang integridad.
Ramon's father owned a sportswear shop along Recto Avenue in Manila, but soon shifted business when a new piece of technology reached the country's shores in the late 30s, the typewriter.
Parang katulad yung computer ngayon, di ba? Karamihan gusto computer. Yung panahon na yun, wala pang kundi sulat lang eh. Natutunan ngayon, lumabas yung typewriter, di meron kang masusulatan.
As the world shifted from manual to mechanical writing, business boomed for V. Avena and Son.
Umu-order sa kanya ng mga piyesa ang gobyerno. Malakas siya sa sales sa gobyerno, yung mga parts and everything. And kalakaran ng araw, okay lang yun di ba? Straight lahat ng negosyo. Sa tingin ko, mga panahon, talagang palagay ko, it's a necessity. Necessity yan.
Little Ramon made his father's shop his playground. Here he learned to tinker with the machines and observe how they were made and repaired.
Nakikita ko yung mga mekaniko ron, nagiging kaibigan ko. Nakikita, patingin-tingin ako. Hanggang sa magkaroon ng kailangan lang medyo maglilinis, nadamay na ako ron.
It is also in the shop where Ramon saw his father in a different light. He saw what made his father an outstanding businessman, being a man of his honor.
He's a straight fellow. That's why he had friends from the higher-ups. Merong nagpunta sa amin dito na kausap niya na gustong bilhin isang Makinilya. Nagkataon naman na yung bibili, walang pera. Kaya sabi niya, kung pwede i-reserva na lang. Di sabi niya, sa nagutan niya, okay, sige, reserva. Ngayon, ako naman, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, hindi na bibenta. Tapos dumating, isang tao dyan, nagustuhan yung Makinilya na yun at a higher price. Dito, tuwa ako, sinabi ko sa kanya. Nung sabihin ko sa kanya, hindi rin pinagbibili. Kako, bakit ito na? May pangako ako Meron akong kausap dyan Hindi dahil sa pera Pagka hindi ka pa naman natuturon huwag mo na. Lahat ng bagay dito, hindi lahat sa pera.
1945, the Battle of Manila. Chaos and fear ruled the capital city. Businesses were forced to close down, including the Avena and Sons.
Nagsara-sarado kami dahil sa wala nang gagamit ng Makinilya. Dahil sa maraming mga hapunano dyan. Talaga medyo mahirap. Maraming kawawa.
But despite one of our history's darkest moments, Ramon's father never faltered as family provider.
Nakakuha siya ng bulk ng canned goods which helped us during the war. Na nagpunta yung mga Hapon, gustong kunin at pati siya gustong hulihin. Mabuti nga yung isang opisyal na nagpunta ron, nakausap siya, nakita yung diploma niya, merong Philippine, Japanese, and Chinese flag. Nung makita yung Japanese, tinanong siya bakit. Nasabihin niya na nagpunta siya sa Japan as an athlete, medyo nagkaigi sila at okay na lang.
As the Second World War came to an end, business was back to usual. Ramon helped his father keep shop.
Kung nakikita mo magulang mo masipag, nakakaya naman kung tamad ka eh. Dapat magkaroon ka ng konting konsyensya na makatulong. Hindi yung para pansarili.
However, after years in his father's business, Ramon felt it was time to turn over a new page. It was time for him to leave the shop he has always called home.
Sinubukan ko nga, gusto ko nga malaman kung ano ang capacity ko, na malaman ko kung how will I go if I don't stay here. So that was way back in 1958 nga, naisipan ko, subukan ko, na medyo maglaylo, mawala sa opisina ito.
In 1958, Ramon Avena left his family's typewriter business to pursue a job in Pampanga, leaving behind his father to man the shop alone. For Ramon, this was the first time he had been away from the comforts of the familiar.
Malayong malayo sa negosyo. This is agriculture eh. Di ba? From typewriters to Gami, who deals with tractors.
The Japanese government introduced strict new laws against Japan's organized crime syndicates, the Yakuza.
Banzai! Banzai! Banzai!
Once an army of more than 80,000, their numbers are the lowest since 1992, and the traditional world of the Yakuza, which has been existing since the 17th century, is crumbling.
In 1958, Ramon Avena left his family's typewriter business to pursue a job in Pampanga, leaving behind his father to man the shop alone. For Ramon, this was the first time he had been away from the comforts of the familiar.
Malayong malayo sa negosyo. This is agriculture, eh. Di ba? From typewriters to Gami, which deals with tractors. Nakatagal din ako sa San Fernando, almost 5 to 6 months. Kasi mahirap naman magpapanggap ka na manager, eh. Hindi man naintindihan, eh. Tapos mahirap naman pipilit ako sarili ko na medyo masama na ang loob ko.
Ramon had nowhere to go but back to his father.
Alam mo, father ko will just, yun ang ano niya, he's not that type na he will question you on those things, no? But when I came back, he took me with open arms.
With Ramon's return to the family venture, his father took the back seat and let his son manage the business by himself. It was now his turn to keep alive the business that fed the family.
Ako lang siguro narito to supervise and to help. Lahat naman kami pinagkakatiwalaan, eh. Yung nga lang, siyempre, may kanya-kanyang landasin sa buhay, eh. Na ikaw narito, ibig sabihin, hindi ka patutulong. Anong klase kang anak? Nakikita mo, naghihirap na yung mga magulang mo, pababayan mo. Yan rin, mga Smith Corona, mga lumang modelo. Ito yung Royal. Ito Remington. Ito Olivetti. Yun, Underwood yun, na Touchmaster 5. Kasi kung meron sila mga ganitong mga modelo, pagawa na lang. Pero ang problema nga, ang gagastos nila is between 1,000 to 3,000. Sa akin, no, dahil sa itong mga ganitong makinilya, it denotes about the old times, no? Kasi katulad yung mga ganyan, kung babaliwalayin natin na yung mga ibang mga henerasyon ngayon, hindi nila naintindihan yan, eh. Dahil sa puros computer tayo, lahat. Itong ganito, na ibabalik yung mga pinagdaanan ng mga nung unang panahon.
Ramon's shop is living history. Aside from showcasing different typewriters, ranging from pre-war models to electric typing machines, parts of the store's history is Ramon serving numerous statesmen.
Alam mo, sa katagalan rin, marami-rami na. Dahil sa mga panahon na mga congressman, senador, nagpupunta sa amin sa Escaraga, eh. Yun ang ano ron, eh. Kasi kailangan nila, eh. Katulad nakita ko si Mr. Cipriano Primicias. Dito sa Longga, o dyan sa Quezon City. Magbayad dyan. Pinupuntahan ko, marami akong pinuntahan ng mga bahay. Kahit sa Ateneo, yung mga nasa dyaryo ngayon. Pinupuntahan ko. Ako mismo ang kausap nila na... Ako kasi ang nagpupunta, kinukuha ko yung makinilya at dinideliver ko, eh. Yan ang gawain ko noong araw. Pero ngayon hindi na pwede dahil sa traffic lang, ilang oras para pumunta ron. Yung gasolina o diesel, magkano yan, di ba? Kaya sila ngayon ang pumupunta rito.
Following his father's footsteps and learning from his style of management, Ramon's trade flourished. The shop thrived and survived even during the martial law years, when writers and journalists were under close scrutiny by the dictatorial government. The 80s came, and the mid-decade brought along a quiet threat that will slowly kill the business: the personal computer. Despite low sales that will drive the business to its impending and unavoidable end, Ramon holds on. He is set to honor his promise to his father, one thing he has learned from the man. Hours before closing time. Still, no customer has walked in today. Ramon quietly sits on his desk, passing the time. Sales have seen a sharp decline ever since computers came into the picture. He admits it has been this way for some years now.
There are times, there are weeks na walang benta. Wala tayong magagawa, eh. Talagang ganyan, eh. Because kung sisihin mo ang sarili mo, ano magagawa mo? Nasa mga tao rin naman.
To his surprise, a customer comes in with a vintage Underwood typewriter in tow for repair. She wants it restored as a gift for Mother's Day.
I was just thinking because it's nearing Mother's Day.
Ramon excitedly explains the model's history.
It used to be like this. Yeah, there's only parts. This one, see, this one is here, there, no? See? That one's there, right? And the line space level is there. Now the cover, line space cover is not there. That one, they're trying to have it restored or this to be returned to them because of sentimental value. It's not because it's there. It's something that's sentimental value. Kaya it belongs to their parents. They would like to have it done.
After some assessment, Ramon tells her that the typewriter, eaten by rust after years of neglect, is beyond repair.
It can be repainted. We will try to put down all the keyboards down and then try to clean it, but the rust, impossible.
All of Ramon's 4 children have pursued paths in different careers. No one took interest in managing the shop. Despite this, Ramon has no bitter feelings.
When you love something, you don't feel the time. But when you hate something, because you are forced to work onto something, mahirap. Kaya ako, hindi ko pinipwersa ang mga anak ko, kahit apo ko, kundi tumulong lang, kundi hindi ko pinipilit silang dito negosyo nila. Dapat mamili sila kung saan sila magiging happy.
One of Ramon's sons encouraged him to expand their venture and repair computers too. But Ramon rejected the idea.
Yung pagtatayo ng computer, it needs to be a big entity when you have to have mga technicians. And technician nowadays, it's very hard to get which is trustworthy. Eh pagka nawala siya yung technician na yan, paano ngayon?
Despite low sales that will drive the business to its impending and unavoidable end, Ramon holds on. He is set to honor his promise to his father. One thing he has learned from the man.
My father died February 17, 1993. And the night before that, we had dinner dun sa taas ng second floor with my mother, who has Alzheimer's disease. Ngayon, after that, that's February 16, night time, my father and I talked for almost 2 hours. Ngayon, nabanggit niya tungkol dito, merong gagawin ko rito, kako ayusin ko rin. Kaya marami pa ibang bagay-bagay hanggang sa after 2 hours, tinapik niya ako dito sa binti ko. Sige mo, uwi ka na, gabi na. The following day, dumating ako rito. Tapos around 2:30, bumaba yung katulong namin. Sabi, mayroon problema ang father ko. Yung doktor naman na siguro mga, sinabi sa akin, siguro, sir, mahal niyo, magulang niyo, pero kung i-ICU natin siya, mabubuhay lang siya because of the instruments. Kaya kinausap ko yung father ko sa AS, whether marinig niya hindi. Sabi ko, in as much as you would like to rest, then let it go at that.
The store's second level holds another museum. Instead of typewriters, proudly displayed in his father's old office are different photographs of the man who molded Ramon into whom he is now.
This is the thing, no? It's a legacy that I'm trying to put up for my parents. That's why when I'm here, honest to goodness, parang kasama ko sila eh. Tignan niyo sa paligid ko. Parang natin pa sila eh. Parang hindi nawawala eh. How could you explain that to your children? How could you explain to somebody else?
Ramon has long accepted that the business will die with him. But Ramon has no regrets.
How can I symbolize typewriter? It's my lifetime. It's my life. Kumbaga sana, it's where it started and it's where it will end. As long as you did your best, na hindi mo winalangya ang magulang mo. Because deep here, you've done your best for your parents. I did what I promised. I did what I promised.